$200, which would not get me anywhere near the amount of money I needed for my credit card bill. But I just decided, no, I'm going to tithe my 10%, and I'm just going to trust that this works. So I tithed my $400, and literally, I believe it was within that evening, I got a message from a friend online saying, "What's this dream building stuff you're doing?" And I said, "Well, would you like to find out?" And she goes, "Absolutely." And I had a bunch of calls lined up the next day to see if people wanted to join my program. And I had a couple people blow me off. They just didn't even turn up for the calls. And I'm like, what is going on? And finally, there's two of them. I think one of them blew me off. And I sat down. I'm like, what is going on? And immediately my girlfriend called, who I had done a call with, 6 months prior. And she was like, "Listen, I'm ready. Let's do this dream builder stuff. Let's go." And literally she signed up. And then I said, okay, I've got to go because I have another call from the other person online that asked me about it the night before. And bam, she signed up. So in one, in like 24 hours, I had more money than I needed to pay my credit card bill off. And I just want you to know that it was because I gave before I received the money. I gave the money with faith that I would be provided for. So it's having the faith that you live in an abundant universe, and that where you are experiencing lack is maybe where you need to give a little bit. Maybe you've been holding back or afraid or not in faith. And it is to turn into faith with that 100% trust in the universe, unwavering doubt that you live in an abundant universe and that you will always be provided for, and that what is seeking you, right? So when we step forward, I love that, we say, okay, God, if you just give it to me this time, I promise I will believe in you for the rest of my life, right? That's kind of old, but you know what I'm talking about. And it's really to actually step into it. So if you're stepping into your dream, I had a client earlier and she's about ready to start her own business and she's having cold feet. And she's like, oh my gosh, like there's so much money coming out. And I'm like, let's talk about the money that's going to be coming in. And she was like, oh, okay. And then we shifted her energy back into the state of abundance that yes, this is going to work. This is what I love. This is going to be amazing and beautiful. And I literally just before this got a message from her saying that her business partner had been working some other things online and talking and really sort of jetting them forward. And she was so relieved because that was one of the things. She was afraid her business partner wasn't going to follow through. And then they showed up. So it's so beautiful. And when you are feeling lack, give in the area that you are lacking. If you feel lack of love, give in the area where you feel love. If you are lacking in money, give money. If you are lacking in ideas, give someone else ideas. If you are lacking in help somebody else, right? So give in the area, a little bug, of where you are lacking. So see this week where you can give and where you can step into the abundance of the universe, where you can have faith that you are being provided for. That's your homework for this week, okay? It's summertime. This is beautiful. Okay, we're going to go to Faye in Brooklyn, New York. I love it.
Hi.
I'll give you this card. Hi, Faye. How are ya?
Good. How are you?
I'm fabulous. What can I help you with today?
Well, I'm kind of looking for advice in career. I just feel like I'm so stuck.
Stuck? Okay. Tell me a little bit. What do you do?
Well, I am teaching right now, but not like in school, but and I enjoy it, but I feel like it's not where I'm supposed to be.
Okay. So, do you mind me asking, like, what kind of a teacher you are?
I teach in technology.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Okay. So a little worn out or just ready for something new, not what you love anymore?
I love it, but I feel like I can't explain it. I feel like it's not where I feel like it's not my path anymore.
Okay.
I can't explain it.
Do you have an idea of what you would love to be doing?
For some reason lately, I've been feeling like I need to be somewhere in a more creative mindset. So like in art.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to do a little reading for you, but as a coach, as a life coach, can I give you some advice there too?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. So, well, I am getting that there's a life-changing experience coming for you, and it's going to be a blessing, okay? And God is supporting you. The universe is supporting you every step of the way as you're moving toward this. Have faith that you have faith in this transition that you have coming. Your prayers are being answered. So, do you know what faith is? Like pure trust in the universe that it is providing for you every step of the way, right?
Right.
Does that make sense? Okay.
It makes absolutely perfect sense.
Yeah, good. So just remember that. Remember that everything that is happening is moving you in the direction. And even just the fact that you're having this like little, you're like, oh, I just don't think it's for me anymore. And you're beginning, it's kind of like you're in the discovery phase of maybe the next career or the next change in your life. And to feed it, to, dream about it. What would you like to do? Do you know exactly what you want to do or just kind of in general?
It's weird. Like I've been having thoughts about painting again. I've been having thoughts about just creating. It's like I used to do this many years ago. And then, I just fed into everybody else who was saying it's not a career for you.
Yeah.
You have to do something different. And I left it.
So it's time to connect to your heart and do what you would love, right?
Yeah.
So what is also going to happen for you is that I want you to start noticing synchronistic events that are happening, like thinking about a friend and then they call you or, things like that. I want you to take notice of those and those little miracles that happen. We kind of wait for the big miracle, right? It's like, but miracles happen all day long, right? The red light that just is taking forever, right? Sometimes, why is that happening? Where is that? What time frame am I on? And everything is moving in synchronistic time. So I kind of want you to just be in that flow and allow that to bring you to the people that are going to help you move in the direction that you want to go. And when you become aware of the synchronicity and the miracles that are happening on a daily basis, like the sun shining on your skin, just acknowledge that as a miracle. Acknowledge, love that somebody, a friend says, I love you. And you're like, I love you too. Like really, really take that in. And when you begin to open yourself up and be grateful for all of that on a bigger level, you're going to see more of that. And then what's going to happen is you're going to catch the flow like a river, catch the flow, and it's going to take you to where you want to be. So the synchronicity is going to be important and really, really watching and being aware every day of miracles. Little ones, like I even, every day I wake up, and I'm in gratitude and I'm like, gosh, my bed is so comfortable. My pillows are so amazing, and I'm going to have a great cup of coffee. And I'm so blessed that I can that I have that I have food in my belly and that I have hot and cold running water at my disposal, because there are people that don't. And so when we tap into that gratitude, we tap into the miracles, we tap into the synchronicity, you're going to find that you're just like flooded with more of them. And that what it'll do is it'll speed up the process, and it'll help you really figure out where you're going to meet people that are going to be like, well, I do this, or I'm the head of the art department here. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be like, whoa, and it'll happen so much faster than, you know, and I'm not saying that you are, but a lot of people stay in that, well, I just don't know, and ho-hum kind of, you know, just be in the gratitude, be in the light, be in appreciation, and you're going to see this whole thing happen really fast. And then what I want you to do is be in the discovery phase, and just like I said, open yourself up to whatever is coming next. And then when it hits you, right? So your intuition, here's what's going to happen is your intuition is going to go, oh, this is your next move, or this is the direction, right? Because didn't you have like I've got to go back to art, right? There was like a moment when it kind of happened again, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's a flash. Your intuition is a flash. It's like, yes, you need to do this. And then the ego sets in and goes, well, you're not going to make enough money. Are you going to be able to support yourself? Is this really the direction I want to go? Am I going to, you know what I mean? So wait for that flash.
Absolutely.
And hold on to that, and then begin to take action steps in the direction. So the universe rewards action. So we can think positive thoughts all day long, but it's not going to actually move you. So when you meet that person in synchronicity, you know, on the train or whatever, when you meet that person, you know, follow through with it. When you, you know, whatever it might come, follow through. The action is what is going to move you in that direction. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. Thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome. We only have another second, so I'm trying to think. Let me just give you a little bit. Yeah, you're good. And easy does it.
Thank you.
The universe wants you to just be in health, happiness, and abundance, and you'll find your way to wherever you want to go, okay?
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Good luck.
Thank you. Take care.
Yes, thanks. You too. Take care. And my name is Rebecca Urich. This is the High Frequency Channel. You are tuning in for transformation. And right after the show, join me live. Actually, give me about 5 minutes at 9:05. I am going to go live with 3 readings on my Facebook page, the High Frequency Channel. So give me a couple minutes and join me there for some free readings. And that would be 6:05 West Coast time. I'd love to have you there. You are fabulous. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.
Hi, good evening. I'm Anna Olson here on Insights into Consciousness on A1 Radio. Every Thursday, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm here not only to do a free reading, but to also just talk about some things that I think people ask a lot of questions about, or they've been pretty interested about in the past. So I also like to take questions that I get via email or by my website or the classes that I've done, and just to answer those here because they're so common that I just like to let people know how I do things. And of course, that will vary from practitioner to practitioner or reader to reader. So usually I will just tell people how I do things, and I tell people how it goes for me. So that's just me, and that's just the way that I do it. Different people do things differently. So I also love to hear feedback about what you have found on specific topics that I go over on my show. So if you ever have any feedback, I'd love to hear from you at AnnaOlsonIntuitive.com. You can go to my contact page and email me, which gets to me a lot quicker and easier than the chat box, actually. The chat box is only there for the times that I'm actually on call, which isn't very often opposed to how often I will check my emails. And if I don't answer right away on my chat box via my website, then I'm not going to get a hold of you that day or maybe ever, because we'll miss each other. So again, AnnaOlsonIntuitive.com, ANNAOLSEN, and it's on the bottom of the screen. So today I'm going to take a call, but first I wanted to go over some of the volunteer work that I have done and that I continue to do with some organizations in Los Angeles through a program called MITT, which is Mastery and Transformational Training in Los Angeles, California. I have been able to have the pleasure of working with some teenagers through the Torch program through after graduating from MITT. As a graduate myself, I've been able to staff many trainings for kids, both in the corrections department and through juvenile hall, or kids that are in trouble or at risk youth. I've also been able to work with children that just have goals and they'd like to set more goals as teens. And it's basically a leadership program to teach them not only how to be leaders, but how to communicate more effectively and to build their emotional intelligence in a very strict psychological environment with people who are very caring and nurturing. And I've had the pleasure with working with many people who have not only been very experienced in all of these different topics, but also have a passion for working with children and helping inner city kids to better their lives, to better their situations, and to take full responsibility for not only where they are in their life, but where they're going and where they would like to be in the future and what kind of difference that they would like to make in the world. And unfortunately, last night, early morning this morning, I found out that one of my fellow advocates and coaches, Joe Palmer, had passed away from complications due to a surgery in his early 50s. So in his honor and remembering Joe Palmer tonight, I'd like to just mention the Torch Foundation. You can go to the torchfoundation.org if you'd like more information regarding getting your child fully covered and having a scholarship to be put through the Torch Foundation, if they're at risk or not, if they just have had emotional issues, or if they're going through a lot for any reason. Some kids are having different sexual orientation issues, or sometimes they're just having trouble with their peers, or maybe with their goals, or exactly what they'd like to do in their life. And what's really great about this program is not only can you get scholarships for certain trainings in Los Angeles, but they're also done all over the United States and all over the world. So there are even some of these trainings being done for adults in China and Mexico. And I just want to really reiterate how great this work is with children. And I'm really striving to have all of my children go through these trainings. I have had one of my kids so far, who's now an adult, go through these trainings, and they're phenomenal for their development, their growth socially and emotionally. And the main emphasis I wanted to put out there in Joe's honor is the topic of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the thing that all the psychologists know really get people places. So you can have a straight 4.0 grade point average for your entire life, and if you haven't worked on that emotional intelligence, you're in trouble. They show that people can even, have less of an education and end up going much further with their developed and advanced emotional intelligence than those who have not. So that is something to learn early as possible, hopefully when kids are either in their even infant stages all the way up until preschool, kindergarten, first grade. that's the time to really get them started on identifying emotions and feelings in others and being able to have a compromise and an empathy when working with others to really develop their relationships with others and to be able to work towards goals in their life with support from others and to really build strong emotional bonds with people in their work environment, at home, their marriages, and their communities. So again, I would really like to extend the invitation to go to thetorchfoundation.org and to find out what you can about this wonderful organization and how you can get started in either having your child 13 to 17 participate or to even be a mentor after going through the trainings, because some of these kids go back and they also are a peer mentor coach, which is also a great opportunity for them. And it looks amazing on a college application and on a resume as they continue through their work in MITT or in the Torch Foundation. So that said, I just wanted to go into different ways that I have worked on my emotional intelligence and that we can always do better. Nobody's done, quote unquote, in learning about emotional intelligence. So basically, emotional intelligence is the ability to understand how someone else must feel and to properly and appropriately communicate how you feel. So if you want to Google that, it's a really great thing to look at. It's a great thing to learn. I have a caller. Her name is Michelle from San Diego, California. Michelle, how are you tonight?
I'm fine. How are you tonight? Hello?
Hello, Michelle. Hi.
I'm here.
Can you hear me okay?
Hello?
Hi.
Yes. Hi.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi. I'm here. I'm going to check my connection real quick. It sounds like you're kind of fading in and out a little bit. So I'm just going to check real quick. Can you hear me okay now?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay, great. So how can I help you tonight? Is there a specific topic that you'd like to focus on?
Not really, nothing specific other than, trying to figure out how to do life right.
Okay. I think we're all kind of working on that, right?
I should hope so.
Okay, great. So the first thing that I'm kind of thinking of is there something within career or relationships that you'd like to go over?
Well, yeah, we'll go with relationships, I suppose. My husband, he died like 4 years ago. So I'm not really in a relationship, and so.
Okay, so are you?
Hello.
Okay, hi.
Hi. Are you there?
Hi, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Hello? Hi.
Hello.
Okay, I was just explaining hi. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I can.
Hello? Okay, good.
Hello.
I was just wondering if you are able to, like, what relationships would you like to go over? Because there's also family, friends, coworkers.
Well, I have 3 sons.
Okay, that right there is in and of itself quite a feat.
Thank you.
So, the first thing I'm getting is the Four of Wands for you with your relationships with your sons. So basically that means that you've had a lot of influence over these boys. And are they all adults now? Like maybe the youngest one in
yes,
teens?
They are.
Okay.
Excuse me?
Is your youngest one still closer to teens or early 20s?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm getting that so far so good. You've been a great influence for them in raising them. And I'm wondering, is there any specific one that you wanted to kind of go over with how things are doing, how things are going with him?
Kenneth.
Kenneth, okay. So is Kenneth just taking a little longer to become independent?
No.
Okay. Because I'm kind of getting that there's more of the emotional maturity thing there with him. It's not so much that he's not doing well. It's more of a connection that he has with you.
Okay.
And I got something about money, and it's a little bit, I don't know. I'm getting that there is something financial for him.
Okay. Yeah.
So has that been something that's been ongoing?
Yeah. Well, he just went through some stuff with his own son, and he's looking to change jobs, get actually good career going. And he just doesn't know which way he wants to go. He doesn't know how to do it, and it keeps talking himself down. Like, who's going to hire you when you need the weekends off for your kid? You know what I mean? And I'm
Right.
like, well, there's something out there for you. But I'd really like to know if things are going to go positively for him.
Yes, it's definitely a challenge right now. I am seeing that there will be a female now. I'm not sure if this is you maybe helping him financially, or if there's going to be a relationship that comes into his life where there's a female who can offer some financial and emotional support there.
Okay.
But I'm getting that, and that there will be a kind of a chapter of starting over for him. He's going to have to start over with this new way of living, but we're getting a lot of this with this Mercury in retrograde, where people are starting over from where they were. And we've kind of uprooted a lot of our old stuff in the Mercury in retrograde. August 2nd, we should go direct, which means that these things will be able to straighten out and become more clear around that time and that first week right after August 2nd.
Okay.
How does that feel to you?
It feels all right. It feels pretty good, actually. I was wondering why things just couldn't seem to go right. You know what I mean? No matter which way you tried to spin it.
Yeah. And, it seems like at any season or given chapter of our lives, we're always worried about that one kiddo that's just having a rough time. And
right.
So, yeah. And this is the Mercury in retrograde. Yes. And with the Mercury in retrograde, it just pulls up all this old stuff that needs to be resolved. And it's like, I would say, it's like cleaning out your garage. It's something you don't want to do, but once it's done, you feel so much better.
Right.
And with this new chapter that he's coming into, he's going to be able to straighten out. It's going to take around 6 months for him to figure it out. August 2nd, we're going to go direct. So I think things will clear up around that time and begin to go the way that it looks, more promising, more stable. He just needs some time to get used to the transition in this new chapter, like anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And I do see some financial support and maybe, help with watching his son and that sort of thing with the female coming into the picture.
Okay.
So that's promising as well. It will be very helpful and it will work out well. Is he one who works with his hands? Like